This is opening day 1996. Hopefully we'll get this one in. The snow continues to fall.
Well, the forecast for Denver, snow. Tomorrow, snow.
It's definitely a different game to play when it's snowing.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Get you something good and warm to eat. Put on a heavy jacket. Watch a little baseball.
This polar vortex is miserable. Look at the temperatures in big league cities. Some negative temperatures. The other day it was -12 for a high in Chicago. -12 was the high. And here in Studio 3, it's brisk. And I'm holding Dan Plesac's all-cold club. He put together 9 players that, well, you'll see what I mean. I'm here in Studio 3 all bundled up with our 2 warm and cozy analysts, Mike Lowell and Dan Plesac. How you guys doing over there?
Hey, good. Hey. We can tell that he's not from a cold climate. Yeah. Most important thing, keep your ears and your grill warm. Need a hat, Greg.
I'm not messing up this hair, you know that.
Tough thing to do.
Okay, so this is the list. You could see why Dan Plesac was so excited for the segment. You put together this list, Dan.
Put together last night.
You spent a lot of time on this.
Yes, I did. Well, okay, I played warm, cold climate in Milwaukee for 7 years.
Yes,
this came easy.
You're a cold weather expert.
Yes.
All right, here, Dan Plesac's all-cold Prime 9 team. We begin at number 9, Rich Gale. Now, cold weather always worse with strong gales of wind. A bit of a stretch, Dan? What do you think?
A little bit of a stretch, but it gets better. Stay with us. Be patient. Number 8, you're going to get the thing.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Carl Yastrzemski.
Okay, ski. Associate that with the Winter Games coming up in Russia. How about that?
Mike, are you buying Carl Yastrzemski?
I just like how animated Dan gets to explain to us that skiing has to do with winter.
Okay. Number 7, I'm buying this one. David Weathers.
Stormy weather. So that means all kinds of weather, but we're talking about, what did you call that? The winter?
The polar vortex.
The polar vortex.
All right, David Weathers is number 7. How is Coco Crisp not number 1 on your list, Dan?
Well, you know what? I think what hurt Coco is he plays out in the Bay Area for the swinging A's, the green and gold. If he played the Midwest for the Cubs or the White Sox or the Brewers, he'd probably be higher up on the list.
Feels crisp. I need hot cocoa. It's perfect. Oh, this is good. Number 5?
Storm Davis. You can take those storms anywhere. Now we're talking about the frigid temperatures in the Midwest.
That has to be higher than 5. That's a great one.
That is a great one. No, Storm Davis.
Dan
it gets better, Mike. Listen.
All right, Mike, what are you thinking number 4?
Oh, Chili Davis. I like it. I got some former ex-teammates on this. Outstanding.
Chili, now a hitting coach, had a great career, 3-time All-Star. Chili has to be on the all-cold weather team. JT Snow. Dan, you're a genius.
Now, this one was really easy. JT Snow. Remember, played a few years in that brutal cold ballpark at Candlestick until they moved to that really nice ballpark there downtown by Fisherman's Wharf. JT Snow. That's a no-brainer.
On to number 2. I love this one. Cool Papa Bell.
Now, I had to go back to the Wayback Machine. When you start bringing these photos out like this, but Cool Papa Bell, he was made to play in the Midwest.
And your number 1.
The Big Chill, David Freese. Now an Angel, though, but he made his name. How about the postseason he had against the Texas Rangers? The Big Chill, David Freese. Brr.
I knew that was going to be your number 1 on Dan Plesac's all-cold club. Now, Dan, I'll start with you.
Okay.
You played in Milwaukee.
Yes. Cold, very cold.
You have to have a story where it was just so miserable you didn't want to go out there and play.
What intrigued me is you have to go one time, if you're a baseball fan, go to opening day in Milwaukee. It could be 26 degrees and snowing in the tailgaters. It's like a college football atmosphere. The colder, the more snow, the more that they love it in Milwaukee. But the one problem now, they have that retractable roof, so you don't have that cold feeling that you had at Old County Stadium.
Mike, any cold tales to share with us?
I kind of like how the moose goes.
The antlers.
We got snowed out. We got snowed out once in Colorado. Remember, I was hitting, and I couldn't really differentiate between the ball and the snow coming down. So they literally canceled the game like in the 3rd inning, which was great. But my memory really in the cold was Bowie, Maryland. I'm in AA. It was like 15 degrees. It's kind of like a day like today. Bright skies, no clouds, but freezing. It was so cold that the umpires told both managers, hey, I can't cancel the game because the field is playable, but you can make it up as a doubleheader. And we were like, yes, all this. Both managers said no. And Sidney Ponson was on the mound. Now, Sidney Ponson in AA threw like 98. I think our time of game was like an hour and 10 minutes, and we were delighted. Like the last day in spring training where the hitter's got to swing at the first pitch or else you get fined. It was one of those days.
So I will say this,
Straight
the
misery.
coldest place I've ever been at the Major League level, Exhibition Stadium. Before the Sky Dome, now the Rogers Center, Exhibition Stadium in Toronto. How about this first game? Pete Vukovich started this game for the Blue Jays. Temperatures in the upper 20s. Look at this. Snow skiing on the turf, artificial turf, the coldest place by far I've ever played. And Mike, I have a tip for you. Please do not go to Alaska the next couple weeks. It's moose season. We might not see you on opening day. Boom, man down.
2 grown men look like that on live TV.
Everything for the MLB Network.
Keep the hands warm, keep
And
the
your
grill
ears.
warm.